There he is.
Hello!
Hi, Ramin.
I'm very excited to finally see you and talk to you.
Oh my gosh. The foundation is dedicated to the education, prevention, and early detection of heart disease, which is the #1 cause of death for men and women in the United States. We support heart disease research at Cedars-Sinai. So that's my spiel. Why don't you tell everybody who you are?
Hello, my name is Ramin Karimloo. I'm an actor. Sometimes I sing a tune or two. And I'm living out in England, locked down here while I attend my duties at Holby City as a cardiothoracic surgeon.
Where I believe it's when you were like starting on Holby City. You're a cardiothoracic surgeon on the show. You had to go see a surgery. You like an open heart surgery.
Let's put it this way. I'm glad I'm just acting.
I want to know what healthy living means to you.
You know, I think healthy living, and like you say, what does it mean to me? Because it's to each person, each to their own. And I had to switch phones, flexibility in my diet, consistency with being active, and allowing myself mental grace and time and space, and not being apologetic for taking care of myself. And this is me specifically for myself. As a human, as an artist, you can't be apologetic for taking care of yourself, and self-care is important. And for me, self-care is time and space for myself and my family, a flexible but consistently healthy diet. And I love going to the gym, and it used to be more ego or vanity than health, but now it's more mental health. It's not imperative that everybody has that formula either.
As you get older, I think maybe your priorities change a little bit, and it stops being fun if you don't allow for flexibility. It stops being enjoyable.
I just went through a good almost 2 months of hating working out, but I was forcing myself to go because I just know the health benefits of it. But it wasn't working for me in the end. After 2 months, I was like, this is not working for me. Going back to what worked for me, and that especially that flexible, if it fits in your calories, so the diet. So I do allow myself treats and whatnot and not feel bad about it.
And I think it's cool that you were open to trying new things, because I think a lot of people get hooked into their one regimen and they're stuck. And then when the second you make it rigid for yourself is, again, when you don't allow for flexibility, and it becomes a chore. It doesn't become part of the journey. And
at the end of the day, we get one life, so we want to live it as best we can. And whether you are a gym rat, whether you're not, whether you're a yogi, whether you don't even want to partake in any of that, but you just want to go for walks or hikes, it's got to be fun. It can't be a chore.
Push yourself a little bit,
Let's
obviously,
go.
out of your comfort zone.
But what helps, I think, as well, is to set goals. That can be anything, but at least you're working towards something.
And they don't always have to be physical goals. It can be as little as like drink more water.
Just little goals, set little goals, and that's all that matters. Don't compare yourself like I used to do as well. And when I look back on some of my posts with fitness, people can get quite righteous about it and feel like that was the only way. A turning point for me was, I remember in an interview, someone said, "What does it take to have a Broadway body?" And I was like,
what does that mean?
What does that mean? Yeah, and I thought, well, what have I done to contribute to that question? And there was no malice or ill intent, but it's because I was, the Valjean who had a six-pack. But I didn't want, that was for me. That was for my prep for that role. Nobody has to do this. And it's certainly not a prerequisite to be on Broadway. Find something that you can break a sweat at, that raises your heart rate a little bit, to give your heart an exercise. You will feel good.
It's so easy to fall into that all or nothing mentality of hitting it as hard as you can and saying, like, I'm going to do this every single day. You get burned out. You can't do it. Start by just dipping your toes in the water and doing it only 3 days a week. That's such great advice.
If you start getting a bit more complicated with your moves, form and all that's important. And you'll end up adding more days if you keep at it, because you want to do it, and every goal you reach inspires you. I don't like when people try and wait for a perfect time, or I need to be inspired to go. Just start. Inspiration will come.
Yes, that's one of my favorite things to say, is you don't need to be inspired to do something, you just need to do it. Giving Tuesday is a holiday it's a day that we celebrate because of the pandemic. We are bringing attention to it today. Great way to support us in what we do. I'm actually wearing one of our mantra t-shirts. It says, "You're never too young, it's never too late. You're never too young, and it's never too late to be affected by heart disease," which is scary, but it's also really empowering, because you're never too young and it's never too late to start living a more heart-healthy lifestyle.
How can I give 10 to people that are listening now?
The first 10 people to DM the Heart Foundation Instagram, Ramin's buying you a shirt.
Done.
Ramin, you're the man.
What can I sing?
Whatever you want.
I will sing, but now I just don't know what to do.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. You had a guitar ready?
There is a breath of love in the air. It kisses my ear like a song, and it blows its fingers all through my hair. It shows me where I wanna belong. There is a ribbon of her in my heart. It gives and it takes like a drug. I want to be more than we are. I wish kisses would grow out of hugs. Two hearts beat like four dancing feet when they move to the rhythm of love. If you can't decide if you're dead or alive, you just need to feel that way once. Then you'll know there's a breath of love in your lungs.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Ramin, thank you so much. I love you.
Love you, darling. See you
Remember, you
soon.
guys, you're never too young and it's never too late to start living a heart healthy lifestyle.
True stuff.
Bye.
Bye, darling. Bye-bye, everyone.